Open your cerebral cortex and shift your lobes into upper beta phase, because you are going to have Bitcoin knowledge transmitted directly into your vestibulocochlear. Your host at Bitcoin Knowledge is Trace Mayer, an early Bitcoin advocate since it cost $0.25, but this is not intended to be investment advice. A doctor of jurisprudence, but this is definitely not legal advice. And an investor in core cryptocurrency infrastructure, including Armory, BitPay, Kraken, and Mitagio, but this is not a recommendation of those services. Here, you get fed via direct mind download with pure and free Bitcoin knowledge.
Welcome back to the Bitcoin Knowledge Podcast. We have an excellent interview today with Andrew Lee. He's the CEO and founder of Purse.io, which, if you've been listening to the podcast, you've heard it mentioned several times. Welcome to the podcast, Andrew.
Thanks for having me on, Trace.
Yeah, so can you briefly describe to us, what does Purse.io do?
Yeah, so Purse is a marketplace that connects people with Bitcoin who are shopping for goods with unused Amazon gift cards. We do this through a marketplace and save our customers 20% on average, which is the premium that people pay for liquidity on the other side of the marketplace.
Yeah, so this is really exciting because this is the third network effect, is where consumers are using Bitcoin solely because of the advantages Bitcoin gives it, not necessarily, and just for transactional demand. Like, I've got a friend, I introduced her to Bitcoin and Purse, and last year she saved $1,600 on Purse.io. So she's saving a lot more money than she would otherwise get with her credit card rewards or whatever it is. So maybe you can walk us through this, step by step. How does it actually work for a person who goes on to Purse to use it?
Yeah, so there's a couple modes of using Purse. One, what we started off with is a marketplace transaction where a person with Bitcoin indicates what they want to buy through Amazon's wish list and sets a discount. And so the average discount that gets fulfilled is 20%, but users can feel free to set a 50% discount or 5% discount or whatever they want. And the experience kind of varies depending on the discount rate. So if you set a 50% discount rate, discount order, it's unlikely that order it may not ever get fulfilled at all. But at 20%, which is our sweet spot, orders are getting taken in about 24 to 48 hours and being shipped in 2 to 4 days, and it's really a great experience. And if you set a discount rate at 10% or lower, orders are guaranteed with Prime, meaning your order will get taken that day and shipped to you as early as in 24 hours. The second mode of shopping that we recently introduced is called Instant, and it's a very similar experience that you've seen on Amazon or any other online commerce site. You select what you want, put in your address, pay, and boom, that's it. And the discount rate on that is 5%.
So why are people able to save 20% on average and 5% on Purse? Are you guys just being out of the goodness of your heart, funding this out of your own pocket? I mean, why is there even a market that exists for this?
Yeah, so it's a good question. There's about $10 billion in Amazon gift cards that get issued out annually. So there's a lot of these gift cards that are being issued into the world. And if you kind of think about it intuitively, a $100 Amazon gift card isn't really worth $100, right? Suppose, Trace treated me to a nice steak dinner tonight, and instead of paying him back in Bitcoins or US dollars, I try to pay him back in Amazon gift cards. He probably wouldn't be that happy about it. And so if you ask yourself, what exactly is the value of a $100 Amazon gift card, it's impossible to know unless you create a market for it, which is what we did. And the rate that we discovered is 20% is a discount.
So when people, they go to Amazon, they find all the different things that they like, they add them to a wish list, and then when they log into their Purse account, they import the wish list, and they do that just by copying and pasting the URL.
That's correct.
Right? And then they set the discount they want, 20%, and it goes into basically what is like an order book on Purse. Mm-hmm. And then somebody decides that they hit the bid on the other side, and they effectively purchase that wish list from Amazon.
Right.
And then Amazon, how do you make sure that the person actually gets the goods? Because you only release the Bitcoins on Purse after you've received the goods from Amazon. Right. So how does that work?
Yeah, so we use an escrow service so from the moment that the shopper indicates what they want, they put up the funds in escrow, and we manage the escrow. In between the time of the purchase to the time of delivery, we manage it and monitor both purchase, shipment, and delivery. So we can arbitrate any disputes that may or may not arise. Some of it's automated.
Yeah, so then the order goes into the order book, and somebody decides to hit the bid on that. They purchase the wish list, which then gets sent out by Amazon to the customer. But how does Purse know that the items get delivered and the Bitcoins are held in escrow until after they've been marked as delivered? I mean, how could people scam the system, I guess, is what I'm really asking.
Yeah, so I mean, in Bitcoin land, there's a lot of users, earners on the other side, and this is something that we've solved, but think that they might be able to get free Bitcoin by purchasing an item and then canceling it on Amazon and holding up the escrow. So we have bots that go through and find those orders and relist those orders on a pretty frequent basis. So I mean, the escrow really ensures that if you pay for an item that you get what you want and delivered to your house, or else you don't pay, right? And I think it's one of the things about, one of the kind of perspectives about Bitcoin commerce and the future of Bitcoin commerce that we have a unique view on. So we don't think irreversible Bitcoin sent online as payment to merchants is that great of an idea. We think there should be some sort of reversibility, some sort of consumer protection built in, and so every transaction on Amazon and through our new product merchants is escrowed for that reason. And so that's long term we still see like escrows being what the primary way of transacting online.
Are you going to be expanding to other gift cards? From what I understand, there's something like $60 billion in gift cards out there.
Right.
Amazon is a natural choice, but there should be other markets out there for you.
Yeah. So the areas that we're really interested in aren't gift cards and other like codes that can be exchanged for value. What we're really interested in is this like liquidity through fulfillment. Is what I'm calling it. So if you have an Amazon gift card balance on your Amazon account, like say Andrew's Amazon account has $400 in Amazon gift card on it, those gift card balance is very illiquid. You can't transfer that value to anybody, and it's very hard to get to liquidity, right? And so liquidity through fulfillment, meaning I purchased something on Amazon with that balance as a gift almost to somebody else. It is the way we're extracting the liquidity from these gift cards. And so other places that we're really excited about are like airline miles or hotel points, things where there isn't liquidity today, but through this escrow mechanism, we're able to unlock value from it.
Yeah, I know I've used pointsound.com, and I really like them for booking hotels and stuff, and they actually pay out rewards in Bitcoin or a lot of other airline miles or programs that you might choose. And I like getting Bitcoin because it's more liquid.
Right.
You're able to trade it for something else of value that you like a whole lot easier. When we're looking at Purse.io, I think I read one of your press releases or blog posts that customers had saved $500,000 in 2015. I mean, maybe you could speak a little bit to that. Like, how big is your team? How much money are you saving customers? What are the growth rates that you're seeing?
Yeah, so we're a team of 9 based in San Francisco, and so to date we've saved users about $1.5 million.
Holy cow!
Compared to shopping directly on Amazon, and our growth numbers are fantastic. One area that we'd like to see some improvement are more Bitcoin users just in the industry, right? But most of our growth that we see that we've seen are from repeat users. So the average user spends somewhere around $950 on Purse per year. which is 16 or 17 times that they spend, and they save $150 to $200 on that per year.
And I think the average Amazon Prime member only spends like $650 a year.
Right. Yeah.
So you're actually got people spending more money on Amazon than even the average Amazon Prime user, your average user.
Yep.
Wow, that's kind of exciting. Where do you see kind of the future of Purse going?
Yeah, so our unique take on commerce is really bridging what I call incumbent digital currencies, like points and airline miles and gift cards and things like that, and modernizing it through solutions like Bitcoin. And so, what's most exciting are when we find these pools of points and digital currencies that had no other source of liquidity before. That's where we can extract the highest discount and value for end consumers. And we really see this as a powerful thing that Bitcoin and blockchain enables.
So another big problem that Bitcoins, because they're so liquid, because they're irreversible, there's something very valuable for thieves to steal. Yeah. Has Purse encountered much of a problem with scammers? And if so, how have you begun to close those attack surfaces so that Purse just isn't even attractive for the scammers to operate on?
Yeah, so just on a quantity basis, the most typical scam that we see are people trying to purchase an item for somebody else and then canceling on Amazon right away, expecting to receive something in return. And the escrow resolves that beautifully. In terms of credit card fraud or the payment fraud that happens on Amazon, Amazon is the best in the world at dealing with things like that. I mean, they have a state-of-the-art fraud detection, fraud prevention kind of system.
So you're able to free ride off Amazon's fraud prevention and detection.
Right. They're our first layer of protection. And if we would have integrated it with Walmart or some other retailer that's not as equipped to handle that, I think maybe we could have run into some problems. But Amazon is terrific, and not only that, they're great for our shoppers because they have awesome logistics, quick shipping, quick returns, and et cetera.
Well, how does a return work in this case? Say that the TV shows up with a giant crack. That just sounds like it might end up being a logistical nightmare since you didn't order it from your account.
So the Amazon treats that as receiving a wedding gift that's damaged, right, or a birthday gift that was damaged. Amazon is really good about gift refund kind of processes, and so they'll treat that purchase just as if you bought it yourself. And historically, they've been really good about reshipping the product or refunding it outright to the original shopper. So
what about gift cards? Can we buy gift cards directly on Purse with our Bitcoins?
So the physical gift cards are available on Purse. So these are gift cards that Amazon sells. But what we've seen is that because Amazon gift cards can't be used, Amazon gift card balances can't be used to purchase another gift card, that we've seen that the discount rate on those gift cards are actually lower because you're restricting the earner pool to people that are purchasing with a credit card. So it is technically feasible, but it's not one of our high frequency items.
So, one of the ways people can support the show, I think if people order through our Bitcoin affiliate link with Purse, then it gives a $5 tip to the show. How does this affiliate program work for Purse? And can every person with a Purse account have one? And have you seen much uptake in referral traffic from your users because of it?
Yeah, so our referral and affiliate program has driven a lot of our growth. The referral program that all of our users can use, if you refer a user who transacts $50 or more, both parties will receive 0.01 Bitcoin or 10 millibitcoin.
So that's about $5.
Right, about $5. And we have an affiliate program where we share our revenue with reputable sites like yours.
What are you most optimistic about Bitcoin? How'd you even get into it? What are you most optimistic about?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of things that are propelling Bitcoin forward. The entrepreneur in VC funding kind of environment is strong. What's lagging is, I think, user adoption, but I think that'll catch up once the community builds more and more use cases for Bitcoin. Something I know that you've talked about a lot in terms of the multi-sided market dynamics. But I'm really optimistic that Bitcoin's gone through a lot of like downturns and bad negative press cycles, and it's withstood all that, and the resiliency in this community and in the industry has been quite remarkable.
Well, we've had a wonderful interview with Andrew Lee, the CEO and founder of Purse. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Be sure to get a copy of the free Bitcoin Guide at freebitcoinguide.com. Got a question or suggestion? Record your voice at bitcoin.kn. Don't be shy. To help the show, share bitcoin.kn with friends, post about it on Reddit, and otherwise spam the interwebs. Your iTunes comments and 5-star reviews are very important to us. Please continue tuning in to the Bitcoin Knowledge Podcast, where we release interviews with the top people in the Bitcoin world. Now take some choline and let that Bitcoin knowledge consolidate.